Anthony, I would not fuck you if I was single. I would not fuck you if I was drunk. I would never fuck you. You're not fuckable.
All right. You know what? Hello.
Hello. It took all my concentration just to fade that out.
Now I see why we got roasted by Crocodile, Dundee, and Steve Irwin so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah. Fuck those guys.
Hit a little too close to home for you?
Nope. I'm not crying.
So those of you that don't know, there is another podcast out there, believe it or not. And they decided to come at us. Is that how the kids would say it?
Yes. It was, what's that? Shots fired or whatever? Isn't that what those gay vape guys do?
Yeah, they what did they? They threw smoke?
Yeah, there you go.
Or threw shade?
Sure. I got nothing, man.
Anyway, so it's a podcast out of the UK called Man Brain.
UK. I thought they were from France.
I don't know. Whatever. It's the one where they fuck kangaroos. Where's that?
France.
Kentucky.
Fucking if they had kangaroos in Kentucky. Fucking dirty Frenchmen.
If they did you hear?
Don't try to make sense of it. If they had kangaroos in Kentucky, them dirty Frenchmen.
All right. Thank you for the roasting or the satirical view of our show. Fuck your moms.
Yes,
mates. So I think. Actually, I don't know why I don't have any reason to be pissed. I think everything that they said was in reference to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And nothing they said was incorrect. I just don't give a fuck.
How's that feel when you're sitting there, you're listening to a podcast and somebody, okay, so, who are these podcasts? They spent quite a bit of time on our show, but that was because we asked them to. I reached out to them.
Yeah.
But this one, just all of a sudden, this thing pops up, and you have affected these two guys enough to at least want to spend an hour and a half talking as if they are you. Right. How's that make you feel? Do you feel famous?
Famous? No. Humbled? No. No. Damn it. It was. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I mean, it was like, to me, it was brilliant satire. If it was satire, if they're really making fun of me, then go fuck yourselves. But no, but it was funny. I mean, nothing they said was wrong.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think everything that they said was correct, with the exception that we stage our arguments. Every argument that we've ever had on here is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
We truly do argue about shit that does not matter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have an argument to that. Yeah, we do. That's what makes it fun. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They went into a whole thing about it's not possible to not care about our ratings, and I mean,
and I do. I check them quite frequently.
I've literally checked them never.
You don't even know how.
I don't know how.
But that's been the source of our arguments, is that you truly don't care. Right. I mean, that's ultimately why we argue. Just like before we even got started tonight, when we were trying to just play something to intro the show with, you had nothing ready.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, it's sad, but it's funny. I told Doug, I said, I want to start playing that Skinny Wizard song at the beginning of the show. And he's like, well, okay, that's cool. And then we started the show and he's like, go ahead and play that Skinny Wizard song. And I said, oh, I don't have that on my phone to play. It was totally my fucking idea, and I didn't even put it on there, and that was my fault.
No, but thank you, Man Brain and Mrs. Man Brain. I don't know. There's two guys, so Mr. and Mr. Man Brain.
Mr. and Mr. Man Brain from South Wales. Isn't that where they're from?
United Emirates. I don't know if they if those two are pro gay marriage or not, or if they're hiding it. I don't know what they're doing, but more power to them, I guess. Fuck, I don't know.
More power to them.
Okay, so that's
they
take
had,
one.
So
all right.
they had to have listened enough to be able to do that, which tells me that I think it's satire.
It really does bother you, don't it?
No, it doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny. And what would bother me is that if it's not satire, and I think it is, and I'm like not in on the joke, I'm part of the joke. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So and I immediately thought of, and I've already told the story before, but back when I was in junior high, when I used to have to give my lunch money, it could be the same thing, you know, because I was the kid I would hand them my lunch money and then laugh at all their jokes and everything, you know, and they're like just ignoring me, but I'm sitting just off enough to the side that if you were like 50 feet away, you'd think, hey, that little fat kid is with that big group of people. He must have friends. That you're the little fat kid right now because you don't know if we're laughing at you or with you. Right. Either way.
So either way, I'm laughing, right?
Either way, I'm taking your $18.
Perfect. So, in all honesty, the first thing I thought was, or still thinking, I guess, is that at this point, now that that's out there, and anybody that listens to our show who's heard that show, if we keep on doing our show the way we do our show, everybody's going to be like, man, that Man Brain podcast they were right. I mean, this show's stupid, which I mean, it is, but if we change the way we do things, people are going to say, well, they just changed because of that stupid Man Brain podcast. So I don't know where I was going with this.
So it's time to quit.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, let's just be done podcasting. They win.
So we changed our show after Who Are These Podcasts as a direct result of that.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh.
You started turning your head, coughing away from the mic. You're right?
Right. That's hilarious.
I mean, you have done some serious work since the beginning.
Soul searching. It's called soul searching.
And I think that they're right. We should probably change some things on the show.
Like, okay, what do you want to change? I'm all for change. Let's do it.
My co-host. No, what the fuck would we change if you don't like listening to this? Just fucking shut it off.
Right. That's how I feel. I mean, of course, I can pretend like I don't want people to listen, but they are right. If I didn't really want people to listen, I just call you on the phone and talk to you on the phone. Of course, I want people to listen, but I don't want you to listen enough to like engage with you or, you know, talk to you on Twitter or any of that gay shit.
No, and so I've never believed that. I do think that you want people to listen, and I do think you want to engage with them. I just think your insecurities are so high that you're not going to put yourself out there for a chance to be rejected.
Go fuck yourself. What the fuck?
What about that blunt mommy, huh?
Yeah, she's a whore.
See, isn't that easier? Let's not soul search. Let's just attack other people.
Right. Insecurities. I don't got none of those. I'm a man.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
So I got this email. So first off, I want to say thank you to the listener that reached out to me and let me know that I left myself exposed in the digital world, I guess you'd say. I don't want to say a whole lot more than that. The one guy that reached out to me, thank you very much. Thank you, Hacker Man.
Thank you, Hacker Man.
All right. So I got this email, and I'm just going to read it.
All right.
The part where I read my password, that's make believe, but That's only because I don't want to say
email?
my real password. But anyway.
And your actual email.
Right. Oh, yeah. I would have read that.
That's why I said that.
All right. Hello. I'm a hacker who cracked your email as well as device several weeks back. You entered your passcode on one of the web pages you visited, and I intercepted it. This is the security password from, and it's got my personal email, upon time of hack, semicolon, my actual password.
It was your actual password?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
No doubt you can change it or even already changed it. However, this isn't going to make any difference. My own malicious software modified it each and every time. Do not necessarily try to contact me or even find me. It is impossible since I sent you email from the email account only. Via your email address, I uploaded malware program code to your operation system. I saved all of your contacts together with buddies, acquaintances, loved ones, as well as the full record of visits to the online resources. Furthermore, I set up a malware on your system. You are not my only victim. I normally lock computer systems and ask for the ransom. Nonetheless, I ended up being hit by the web pages of closed content that you generally take a look at. I am in shock of your current fantasies. I've by no means seen something like this. So, when you had enjoyment on piquant sites, you know what I mean, I created screenshot with using my program via your camera of yours system. Next, I combine them to the content of the particular currently viewed website. Now, there will certainly be giggling when I send these photos to your connections. Yet, I am sure you don't want it. For that reason, I expect to have payment from you for my silence. I consider $1,026 as an adequate cost for it. Pay with Bitcoins. It goes on to say how to pay with Bitcoin and what his Bitcoin wallet number is.
Yeah.
And then it says, immediately after receiving the given amount, all your information will be instantly eliminated automatically. My computer virus will additionally remove itself from your operating system. My Trojan virus have auto alert, so I know when the email is read. I give you 2 days to make a payment. If this does not occur, every your associates will certainly get insane pictures from your darker secret life, and your device will be blocked as well after 48 hours. Do not be stupid. Police force or friends won't aid you for sure. P.S. I can provide you a recommendation with regard to the future. Do not key in your passwords on risky sites. I wish for your wisdom. Bon voyage.
I wish for your wisdom. Huh. So did you pay him the 1,026 Bitcoins or whatever?
Absolutely, I did.
So it was your real password.
It was, but here's why I wasn't alarmed when I got it. First, the fuck is that? All right, so first, I don't do anything on this computer other than graphics and podcasting.
Oh, you're not scared they're going to share your podcast with anybody?
So worst case scenario is you're going to see me doing graphics and picking my nose or something, maybe shoving a fucking lamb chop in my face at the same time.
Sweet.
Now, if he said, "We seen what you do on your phone," then I would have fucking paid him. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't need this out there.
So what risky website are you putting your password into?
Oh, it's hard telling. I don't know. I honestly, when I first read it, I'm like, holy shit, I am fucked. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, all right, so the password is, my normal password is a series of letters and numbers, and I would say it was like 80% correct.
Okay.
It was close enough that it's something that I can tell I would have used it on a website for something.
Okay.
I generally modify them if I'm getting signed onto a website for, I don't know what the fuck ever I'd sign up my website for. I would have a series of letters, and then the numbers are what changed, and that's what signifies me, whether it's like one of my secure ones or if it's a throwaway type deal or whatever.
Gotcha.
And this was just a letter, so it obviously picked it up somewhere.
Yeah.
But it could have been fucking anything. I mean, I just didn't care.
I just didn't care. Huh.
No, I mean, I immediately panicked because it does have my email address and it has my version of my password, but what are they going to do? I don't care.
So, what email did it come from? Who was it from?
Me.
It came from you to you.
Yeah.
That's so weird. So they actually did hack into your account.
So I Googled the first. I just took copied like 4 lines and then pasted it into Google.
Yeah.
And this is just a phishing scam. So there's websites out there where they collect your username and password that you set up for that, and then that's how they send it to you. You know, so they send the same email out to. It was almost verbatim of the scam that they run everywhere. But I was like probably an hour into it before I thought about Googling it to see what the fuck it was about.
Uh-huh.
I knew I wasn't going to pay $1,000 no matter what, even if it was all true and they had
everything. They had everything.
Maybe I would. If they said, we see what you looked at, and didn't it bother you that she had a bigger dick than you? I'd be like, all right, here's some money. Leave me alone.
Here's some money. Leave me alone. God, that would be so amazing if you were jacking off to fucking dudes, but dressed like. Oh, that would be awesome. That would make my day.
Would it?
Yes, absolutely, it would.
So if somebody, let's play this out. if somebody hacks my phone, and then looks at everything that, let's say, the last 4 loads, what was on the screen as the load dropped, and then that got out to the general public, I would have to probably change my identity. Show's over.
Show's over.
I'm not man enough to own it. I know that.
Really?
No.
That's too bad.
Fuck. 3 of them were illegal.
Only 3? You're good.
Ah, fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would not care. I'll tell you. Fuck it. We'll do it together. I don't give a shit.
We'll do it together. I've never masturbated, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
You just keep fucking your flashlight.
It's called a fleshlight.
We can call it what you want.
Right. I call it Susie.
That's my mom's name. And it is.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking great. First name I pulled out of my ass. Oh, I gotta write that down. Pull that one out in the future.
So I sent you the video for that. I was going to say that dude at GameStop.
So rude.
All right. So there was all right. First off, what's the difference between a transgender and a transvestite?
Wait, I've heard this one.
No, it's not a joke. I'm asking a question.
A transvestite, I think, is a woman or a man who dresses as a woman, or I guess a woman who dresses as a man. But a transgender is someone who just changes their gender from woman to man or man to woman.
All right, whatever.
So they can dress like a woman at night, but they still feel like a man. I don't fucking know, dude. It's all so confusing to me.
You're supposed to be the social justice expert here.
I try, but it's dude, it's so confusing. I mean, none of it follows any kind of logical path. You just have to read a bunch of stuff and like kind of put it all together.
I'd rather just make up shit.
Yeah. Well,
right, so
that's what they do.
This video is taken inside of a GameStop. There appears to be an interaction between the young boy behind the counter. Probably his first fucking job.
The young boy behind the counter.
He's obviously nervous.
Uh-huh.
And then what appears to be a very stacked or a well-built woman who up until like 3 days ago was a dude that worked out a lot.
All right.
I mean, so when you look at the video, so we're going to call him a her just so he doesn't get pissed off.
Yeah, you could probably kick both our asses.
So she's wearing pink shoes, jeans,
purse,
and a sweatshirt, and then a purse.
Yeah.
Hoop earrings. But other than that, looks, I mean, it even full frontal looks like a dude. It's like there's no attempt to look like a woman, right?
I think there's an attempt. Just, I mean, if you got a full beard, it's kind of hard to attempt to look like a woman. You know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't have a full beard, but you know what I'm saying? There is an attempt, just not a very good one. Sometimes you can't cover up what God gave you.
But, okay, so go ahead and play that clip.
No, we're not doing credit. You're going to give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here. And your wife
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys?
Ma'am. Once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
I need your corporate number. Because I'm going to call them and talk about how it's misgendered several times in this store.
I apologize for that.
I need your corporate number now.
I can get that for you. Feel like that's not a problem.
Get it for me now.
I can do that. I'm going to ask you to calm down and stop cussing.
Give me your
Stop
corporate
hitting
number.
bitch run property.
Well, I'm going to ask you for the 5th time to stop calling me a man. Because quite clearly I am not.
And
Quite clearly?
I'm sorry for that, ma'am. I will get you that number. Is that okay?
Yes,
I'm
get it
just
for me
asking
now.
you- I'm asking you to stop
Get it
cussing.
for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing.
Okay.
Get me the damn number now. Please. Ooh!
Ma'am, I apologize.
Ooh!
I apologize, ma'am. I will get you that number right now.
No, you're just going to keep bumping your gums. You're just going to keep bumping your gums and disrespecting trans people in this store, which I plan on telling the entire LGBTQ community. You're going to lose money over this.
Is that supposed to be a threat? I'm going to tell the entire LGBT community, like there's only 6 of them?
Yeah, how do you do that? Is there a number you call and it's like you put up the little
They got a tip line.
the gay signal up in the sky and it's like everybody looks and says, "Okay, we got a new notification. GameStop hates transes."
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you,
All right.
in this altercation, whose side do you take?
Oh, the kid, obviously. The kid behind the counter.
And I take the trans person's.
How come?
If let's say that I felt like I was a woman.
Yep.
All right. No,
I
fuck
feel
that.
like you're a woman.
I don't even want to take that way. Let's just say that I look the way that I look and I go into a store and they keep calling me Mrs. or ma'am.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, hey, I'm a dude.
Hey, I'm a dude.
I understand, ma'am. All right. Now listen, that little fuck.
I'm a dude.
And if it kept going on and they kept doing it, I would get pissed.
Why?
And I would probably throw a tantrum just like this dude did.
Why? Why is that just like this dude did? See, right over my head. Why is that important? I don't understand. If somebody calls me a woman, all right. I mean, I'm not a woman, but cool, whatever.
You're full of shit. When we used to work together, me, you, and somebody else, I think it might have been Nutsack, I don't know, but we were us 3 talking in a group, and you said something, and I looked at Nutsack and I said, "What did she say?" And you got pissed off.
Do you just make this shit up, knowing that I won't remember that?
Well, it just sounded pretty specific.
Right. So okay.
You said, "I'm a dude, damn it.
I'm a dude, damn it."
Say it outside.
So, have you ever been misgendered?
No.
I have. I know what it feels like.
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. So me and my wife were sitting at a Denny's.
No, you know what I have on accident, like a slip of the tongue from somebody, just somebody that doesn't pay any attention to who they're actually talking to.
No, me and my wife were sitting at Denny's. The waitress came up behind me. I had hair down past my shoulders at the time, and she said, "What can I get for you, ladies?" And as she said it, she came around to the front of the table, and I looked up, and I've got a full fucking beard, and she was so goddamn embarrassed.
Did you flip the table over?
Yes. I'm a dude, damn it. I thought it was funny. What can I get for you, ladies?
So if you put yourself in the mindset of this dude that was, and I'm not even saying that trying to be funny, this dude that was wearing, he obviously thinks that he wants to be a woman or whatever it is.
Right.
So upon initial contact, I would just looking at him, I would say, sir.
Yes.
Because it looks like a dude that's wearing earrings.
Right.
And then if he was to say, no, please call me ma'am. Okay, I guess. I mean, who are we fooling? But I'll do it.
Who are we fooling? If he said that, or if she said, please call me ma'am, I would say, okay, but I don't give a fuck what you want to be called. Fine, that's great. I'll call you ma'am. But then just looking at her and having a conversation, I would instinctively say, sir, because she looks like a fucking dude.
Sir, calm down, ma'am.
Right. There's a high stress situation. The way that your brain works is you see a guy, you say, sir. So I don't know what the fuck you want from me. I will respect your wishes, call you ma'am, but you can't expect me to be perfect because you look like a dude.
But can you imagine, can you put yourself in that mindset and then how frustrating it must be to be out in the general public? Like you feel like you're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You attempt to dress like a woman. Mm-hmm. And then everywhere you can't even trade in a fucking game without some little 17-year-old fucking twat poking at you. Sir,
calm down, sir.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, sir.
Now that's funny. So no. You're asking if I can put myself in their situation, their position. No, I can't.
I think it's empathy. I think that's the word, right?
Yeah, I don't have that.
We'll find some. I'll wait.
I don't have to lay it in the corner over here. I don't have it. I mean, I don't think it's empathy. I think it's an understanding that I don't have. I can't wrap my head around it. Right?
Oh, isn't that what empathy means? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Understanding somebody else's. I don't know what the fuck. How the fuck do I know what empathy means? Obviously, I don't have any.
Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Yeah, I was right.
I don't have that.
Bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
So when your wife, when you get home from work and your wife says, "Oh, I've had a horribly stressful day."
Yeah.
You can't relate to that in some way or another, or is it all about you?
No. So you're telling me that my wife that I've been married to for 15 years is the same as some random dude that wants to be a woman in a GameStop that I meet? No, there's a huge difference.
I wasn't saying that they should have equal value of your feelings. I'm saying you have the ability, you possess the ability to relate to other people. You are not a complete
not
psychopath.
Random strangers.
Am I correct?
I don't know. Not complete strangers.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I never killed anybody. Does that? So, complete strangers who I think are, upon meeting them, they are mentally ill. No, I can't empathize with being mentally ill. I don't, even though I probably am mentally ill. But
all right. So if you're walking down the street,
yeah,
and you see a homeless guy,
yeah,
sitting on the sidewalk,
yep,
barefoot,
right,
and it's 20 degrees out,
right.
Do you think, God, I bet you may not even do it, but you think, it's too bad that his feet aren't covered up. Maybe I should give him a blanket.
Right. Yes.
Or do you think he looks dirty?
No, not at all. Because if
not at all on either one.
No. I don't think he looks dirty or whatever. I think that sucks. I should help this guy out. That's of course. But
okay, so
if I came walking down the street and there's a homeless guy with no shoes on and sitting on the street and I walk by and he starts yelling and cussing and screaming at me, no, my first thought isn't going to be, maybe I should cover up his feet. No, my first thought's going to be, fuck this guy. He's an asshole.
Yeah, but so we have to assume that this interaction with these two probably didn't start amped up like that. They started recording after it already got amped up. It's not like, hey, this dude's wearing earrings. Bring out your phone, start recording.
Bring out your phone, start recording. This is going to be good.
Tranny attack.
So, no. I mean, do you think that that interaction was normal? This woman got called sir and kicked some shit around the store and yelling and screaming. Is that a rational response to being called sir?
Yes.
It is.
Assuming it's not the first time, which it wasn't. It was like just what we seen. It was like 6 times.
Yeah.
So what are her other options? Pull out her dick and smack him in the face with it?
That would have been awesome. No, the options are you leave. You don't have to stand there and yell at this kid that obviously meant no ill will. It's not like the kid was like, get out of here, you fucking tranny. That's not like the kid's just like, basically the kid's like, hey, stop yelling at me. Just stop. Just stop cussing. Stop yelling at me. You can leave. That's all this person had to do was leave the store. But this person decided to escalate the situation because they were called sir. That's not rational.
I think I disagree with you. I mean, maybe I don't fully understand the word rational.
I think rational is probably relative. I mean, what's rational to you isn't probably rational to me, obviously.
Based on or in accordance with reason or logic. And to me, yes, that is a rational response. If somebody keeps poking you, it escalates. That's what I do. You turn tail and leave.
Yes,
and
because it's stupid.
I stand up for my right to wear panties.
Okay, that's totally fine. So you stand up for your right to wear panties, and what comes out of that?
Duh, my dick.
Right. What do you get? What benefit is that to you? Just to show that you have pride? That's it?
No, well, we've had this conversation several times in the past about why do my altercations turn physical where yours turn into a conversation that you have with your wife at home about something that you walked away from.
Right.
It's because you're a pussy.
Right. Yeah. I'm okay with that. If that's the case, if that's the definitions you want to use, I'm okay with that.
Right. But you ask what comes of it.
Yeah.
I believe that at all points, every man has to prove himself in the world through physical violence.
That is the most retarded thing I've ever fucking heard. That's so fucking stupid. I know you don't believe that.
So I do believe that at some point, everybody has to make a decision on whether or not they are going to take it to that level. And it may just be an altercation where, you bump into somebody at fucking skate land or something. Somebody shoulder bumps you. I don't know what the fuck you do.
I don't know what you do.
I assume you still go skating.
Duh.
That would be awesome if you did.
I'm skating. You're watching fucking tranny porn. Everything is good today.
But yeah, of course, there's times where it gets physical, and it should get physical.
If somebody bumps into you, it should get physical. Is that what you're telling me?
No, not in real life. But yeah, when I was younger, of course. Yeah, if anybody invades my bubble, they're gonna get fucking punched.
It's gay. So, and I'm the one that's insecure. So then what you said that it has to come about, right? So it has to get physical at some point. Everybody, right?
Yeah, there is a point where you should have gotten physical with somebody, and you decided that you were afraid of getting hit, and you walked away from the situation, being the lesser man.
Everything except for the lesser man, you're right. I am afraid of getting hit. Getting hit sucks. You ever been hit? It fucking sucks.
I have. That's why I generally hit first.
Okay. You could just walk away and be the
greater
man.
Did you hear the inflection in your voice? Gay.
Yeah.
You could just walk away.
It's like you're like a less evolved human being. I don't even understand. It's like you're a fucking caveman.
Yeah, it blows my mind. How old are you? Like 30 something?
38.
You're 38 years old and you've never been in a fight. It blows my mind.
Because I don't see the point in it. I don't have any interest in it. It's stupid. It doesn't solve anything.
This is just like the man brain conversation. They said there's two types of people that talk about their ratings, right?
Right.
There's the type. What did they say? There's the type that they say they don't care because their ratings or their numbers are so low, they're embarrassed, or they're too stupid to figure it out or something.
Sure.
Is it all right?
Something like
so
that.
It's the same thing with people that like what you just said, which I don't even remember what it was that led me to that thought, but whatever it was that you just said. There's two types of people like that. If you don't want to get hit, no, that's not it. Say what you said again.
I don't remember. I think it's stupid to live your life thinking that you at some point you're going to have to fight somebody, and for what reason? I don't. What does that prove? What does it solve? It does nothing.
You're wrong. It stops all further things with that situation. So I can't explain this to you because
just the same way as I can't explain it to you. You're
always
primitive.
Walk away, right? There's times where you've been walking away and somebody is calling the back of your head a pussy. Get back here, you pussy, or
yeah, okay,
right.
I don't care though. I mean, does that matter?
Yes.
Some random jackass on the street calling you a pussy somehow matters in your life. Absolutely.
I would fight every time.
That's because you make stupid decisions, though.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Some random jackass that you've never met calling you a pussy as you walk away, it affects your life so much that you have to go fight him.
Yes. Yes.
You are fucking weak. That's weak.
All right, say it to my face, bitch.
Nope, because you're gonna kick my ass.
I haven't. So realistically, no. Some random person walks up to me and says, "Pussy." Yeah, okay, whatever. But
whatever.
But so there are times when something escalates to a point where you either have to admit that you are the lesser man, or you fight and find out if you are the lesser man.
What does that even mean? The lesser man. How? What is that? What does greater or lesser mean with the word man to you?
If you've never knocked somebody's eye out of their socket, you can't relate to this part of the conversation.
I'm asking you to explain it to me.
I just did,
but I don't understand. So explain it to me better. So the word man, it's not a lesser or greater, right? So how is somebody a lesser man for doing one thing and a greater man for doing something else?
So I'm not even going to engage in this conversation. This is fucking stupid. So are you going to tell me that somebody who takes care of their okay, let's say two people have kids. Two guys have kids.
Right.
One person spends every weekend taking them to the park, make sure they always have clothes and food and house and all that. And then the other one doesn't ever see their kids, doesn't pay child support, nothing, just completely walked away from his kids.
Right.
Are you going to tell me that one of those is not viewed as a greater man than the other one?
Yeah.
Or more of a man.
Yeah, but I can't explain why. That's why I'm asking you to explain to me why.
So it's the same thing. So like when I say more of a man, I'm not saying like anything to do with genetics. It's just, yeah, you're obviously a better man than he is. And that's what I mean, I guess. A better man.
So fighting somebody makes you a better man.
Yes, when it comes to that, may the best man win. Where do you think that came from? Me whipping your ass.
Stupid people. I mean, you're a fucking Neanderthal. Stupid people say stupid shit a long time ago. We don't have to live by that. So,
all right. So in your mind, what makes somebody the better man?
I don't know. That's why I'm working this out right now. I don't know the answer to that. I understand what you're saying.
Whoever owns the most synthesizers?
Right. The idea that if I fight you, that somehow makes me better as a man than if I don't fight you, that is retarded. I mean, that's like autistic, retarded, dumb shit.
It's not autistic, retarded, dumb shit.
It really, really is.
It's not.
I don't even know what to say to, like, the fact that you think that that's normal and rational, like to think that if I fight you, I'm a better man, and if I don't fight you, I'm a worse man. You have nothing to back that up. You're just saying it.
You've got to have the ability to stand up for what you believe in, and you lack that ability.
So if somebody's calling me, if I come to a situation.
No, I'm not talking about. So if we're gonna have a serious conversation about this, I'm not talking about you walking along the fucking waterfront with your boyfriend and somebody comes up and says, move, bitch. Yeah, okay, so whatever. You shuffle out of the way. But if
why does it gotta be shuffle?
Because you're gay. But you lack the ability to stand up for what you believe in.
But you don't know that.
I do. If you have, you're where you are in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole thing, like your house, your family, your job, your friends.
Yeah.
Everything. Right.
I've got all those things except for friends. Okay, go ahead.
But I mean, that's all part of it. It's all part of the deal. You have found yourself almost completely ostracized from everybody in the world, with the exception of the person who is legally bound to be with you.
Right.
Your wife.
Yeah, on purpose.
So that means at some point somebody has fucked you over.
Okay. I don't follow the logic, but okay.
How did you end up alone?
I'm not alone.
You are alone.
I am absolutely not alone.
Okay. If your wife up and leaves and takes the kids, you have nobody to turn to, nobody to talk to.
Right.
That's because you've ostracized yourself
on purpose.
Whatever.
You keep forgetting. You keep forgetting that part.
I'm not questioning that.
But you say that like it's a bad thing, though.
But I'm getting to something. You have found yourself fucked over enough times that you have decided that you don't want anybody that close to you anymore. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alone as you are.
No. You've got it backwards. That's not that. I've never really been fucked over at all. You've got it backwards.
That one friend of yours that bought the car from me.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's fucked you over like 18 times.
So you fucked me over 19 times? What's the fucking difference?
I have never fucked you over other than that $18.
I
never once have I fucked you over.
So
I will.
It's not a matter of I've been fucked over so many times. It's a matter of that I genuinely dislike most people. I don't want to be around them. I'm annoyed by most people. What does that have to do with being fucked over?
Yeah, so all I was trying to get at is that at some point in your life, you have found yourself in a situation where most men would have acted physically.
Right.
And you chose to just eat shit and walk away.
Right.
Right. So
I stand behind that choice still now.
Right, but I'm not saying the world needs bitches. There's nothing wrong with it. If it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't have people to practice hitting.
You're so tough. You're such a fucking tough guy.
Well, all right. So that's a GameStop video.
Wow. All right. Okay.
So one of the things I didn't even have this written down, but one of the things that I commit. All right. So here's what you're going to commit to for the sake of our show.
You're going to tell me what I'm going to commit to?
You are going to commit to having a soundboard of sorts on that other computer.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
That's all you need to do from here on out.
Okay.
I am going to commit to updating our website with whatever it is that we talk about. So
it really sounds like I got the better end of the deal here.
Who did?
I did.
Yeah, you did. So I went and looked at our website stats.
Uh-huh.
And I was actually hurt because our downloads are good.
Yeah.
Our website stats ungood.
Is that a word?
Yeah, I picked that up from Dave, the producer. He says that all the time.
All right.
But anyway, and I'm sitting there. This was right before we started recording. I'm like, well, fuck, man, nobody's even going to the website. What's the point of even doing a fucking show? And then I looked, and I hadn't updated it in 6 months.
So there's been nothing new on the website in 6 months?
No, it still had our merch at Don't Buy This.
No. Now that's funny.
So I commit to everybody listening. www.who'srightpodcast.com.
Uh-huh.
We'll have every week whatever articles we talk about, and we'll have the articles on there for you to either watch the video or read along with us, maybe. I don't know.
Read along with us? Now that's funny.
There's a section up there that you asked. You said, can you make me a section where I can put like daily links up?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was 1 year ago, and there hasn't been one link on there.
Because I don't know how to do it.
All you have to do is send me the link, and I'll get it posted.
Perfect.
Anthony's link of the day.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm not going to commit to that, but I'm going to say that I will try.
All right. Yeah. We got a whole bunch of shit to go through. I didn't really want to talk about that punching shit.
We weren't even really talking about that, were we? We're talking about how you're a fucking Neanderthal.
You almost trapped me into going back down it again.
All right, what else
Fuck
we
it,
get?
that's fine. We'll stop the show. Show's over.
Fucking show's over. God damn it. Fuck this shit. All right, what do we got? What else we got on here?
Muslims in banks. So this was a tweet from MAGA. Bud Can.
From MAGA. Of course it's from MAGA.
Conservative missing the America I grew up in. I support real Donald Trump. Married to a cardiothoracic surgeon. All right.
So when people say
his tweet.
Hold on. Let me say something here. When people say conservative missing the America I grew up in, what I hear is missing.
I want to own a black person.
Yeah. Well, that's what I hear. Missing the America where black people knew their place in the world. You know what I mean? That's what I hear. Oh, God. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So all it says, it's a picture of I assume it's a woman. I don't want to assume this person's gender. What's it called? A burqa?
Yes.
Or what's the difference between a burqa and a hijab?
It's a hijab. I think that's a hijab. A burqa covers your whole body, right? A burqa covers your whole body except for your eyes. A hijab just covers your hair, your head.
All right, so whatever she's wearing, everything on her is
burqa.
covered with the exception of her eyes.
Yeah, I think it's a burqa.
Okay, so this guy took a picture of her and then said, it's unacceptable for us to wear hoodies and sunglasses in a bank, so why is this permissible? Why are we catering to a culture that makes it clear they hate us and refuse to assimilate to America's culture? And of course, it's got, thousands of likes and retweets and
MAGAs.
And then everybody making comment, anti Islamic comments.
Yeah.
Why is a beach umbrella at the bank?
The first comment underneath is a picture of 7/11, 9/11.
Yeah.
And it said, how did we go from this, the 9/11, to being afraid of offending Muslims?
That's why we're afraid, because they'll blow our shit up. Fucking dummy.
Fucking dummy. If you don't let me in your bank, I'm going to blow your shit up.
I'll blow up your 7-Elevens.
All right. So what do you think about all this?
What do I think about it? I think it's obnoxious, to be honest.
Which one?
Well, all of them, everybody, but
everybody.
Hold on, I gotta pull it back up here. I accidentally clicked off it. Okay, so the reason why you can't wear hoodies and sunglasses in a bank is because you're on camera, and they want to be able to identify you should you decide to pull a gun out and rob them.
Right.
Okay. I believe, and I am okay with, that this is part of their religion. Our country is supposed to be accepting of all religions.
Right.
And if their religion states that they can't show their face in public, I don't think they should have their own special burqa bank.
So if I went into a bank with a hoodie pulled up over my head and sunglasses, and they asked me to take your hoodie off, take your sunglasses off, and this lady is standing next to me, you think that that's totally acceptable?
So I do, but only because I am making the assumption that if she doesn't wear that, she will get stoned to death. So
in America,
give her a pass.
I'll give her a pass. In America,
did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. Do you think that'll happen in America?
Yeah, it was a joke, you dumbass.
I know that, but I'm just trying to get some, because I think this guy.
I don't care. If I would be standing right next to her, yelling at you to take your hoodie off.
Why?
Because I can connect in my head. Okay, this is part of her religion. Right. This isn't what she wants to do. This is what she has to do in order to not die or get attacked by 17 virgins or whatever the fuck happens to
in
them.
America.
Yeah, they still get virgins in America.
Do you think that if she doesn't wear a burqa in America, she's going to get stoned to death?
That was a fucking joke, Anthony. Can we not fucking linger on my shitty punchlines and move on? For the sake of this argument, yes, she's going to get stoned in Montana.
Like, just regular weed or what?
Fuck. Yeah. So it's part of her religion.
Okay. I understand that.
I am okay with it.
So what happens when the first person robs a bank wearing this?
and I think if you go down like 16 comments, that's what they say is everybody's going to start robbing banks in whatever these are called.
I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think that everybody's going to start robbing banks. And I think that these people, this Bud Trumpville MAGA, is a fucking jackass. But just because somebody's a jackass doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't at least worth a conversation. I think that the conversation should be had. Why is it acceptable for this group of people but not acceptable for another group of people?
So, and I would say that, how about you don't wear your hoodies and sunglasses, but you can wear the burqa?
But why?
Well, because they wouldn't. All you have to do is you wouldn't go blackface, but you could go brownface, put the burqa on, and walk in there. Nobody's going to fucking know that you're not one of them.
So as long as nobody knows, that's the point. It's not a matter of what's right and wrong here. It's a matter of us not offending Muslim people.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, Muslim people. I was trying to make a joke.
Jesus, your jokes are fucking terrible tonight.
Well, look what I'm fucking dealing with, man. Fuck.
I can't tell if you're serious or not here.
I'm not serious about any of this. I don't care. If the umbrella wants to go to the bank, happy birthday. I don't care.
What the fuck are you talking about? Happy birthday.
Fuck, I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to drive the show and feed you lines for you to do something, and you're
are we
too
going
worried
back
trying
down
to
this
change
road
America.
again? Are we trying to change? I am not trying to change America. I'm trying to understand. I thought you were being serious.
About what? I am. I don't care that she's wearing that. I don't care.
Right. Just like I don't care if somebody wears a hoodie and sunglasses.
Right. I don't care if they do either, but that's not the rules. The rules say if you walk in wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, they're going to ask you to take it off.
But they're not going to ask you to take this off.
Okay. So let me ask you this a different way.
All right.
If you owned a bakery,
yes.
do you think that you should have the right to tell somebody, I'm not going to serve you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what they're doing. So fuck off.
What are you talking about?
They're making the decision not to serve people
This
that
is
are wearing
a bank,
hats and
not
sunglasses.
a bakery.
Huh?
This is a bank, not a bakery.
It's still the same thing. It's the same concept, you fucking tool. If they're making a decision to not serve people that are wearing hoodies and sunglasses, they have that right to make that distinction. If you want to wear a hoodie and sunglasses, then fucking bank online like a normal person, you goddamn savage.
I don't believe that you're arguing in good faith. You can't possibly believe what you're saying to me.
I do, 100%. I do.
Nah, you don't.
You So that just means you don't have an argument.
No, I do. I gave you my argument. My argument is, why is it okay for this
for
branch
religious purposes?
Okay, so then what if I start a religion where we have to wear hoodies and sunglasses in banks? That's part of my religious code. If I go into a bank, I have to wear a hoodie.
If you get recognized by the
sunglasses.
federal government in your Unabomber outfit, I'm okay with it.
That's the dumbest argument. So
it's what this fucking country's founded on. How can it be? It may be the dumbest argument, but it seemed to work for however many years we've been in America. What, 2018 years?
So we're talking about two different things here.
You didn't even pick up on the fucking joke there either.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
I picked up on it. So we're talking about two different things. I don't think that wearing a burqa is as part of a religion. I think it's part of a cultural thing that got...
Okay, then take it off them.
All right.
Now I got to look it up. I don't know. Burqa with a one eye hole.
Burqa with a one eye hole.
Burqa. Covering eyebrows and upper lips. Also known as a Panjini. No. They're currently ban the burqa. Ban the burqa. All right. Neither the Quran nor the Hadith contain an explicit requirement to wear the burqa, and Islamic scholars generally agree that women are not required to wear it. In recent times, wearing of the burqa has been influenced by the rise of the conservative and radical Islamic movements. There exists no single reason why women may wear the burqa, and this practice must be understood within a particular social context. A woman may wear it to make a statement about her piety, her views on sexual modesty, her rejection of Western notions of sexuality, her desire for increased mobility or privacy in a social environment dominated by men, or her membership in a political movement. Yeah, fucking take it off. They shouldn't be allowed to wear it in the fucking bank.
So you just argued yourself right out of it?
Well, yeah.
All I got to do is just sit here quietly.
Well, I was arguing out of ignorance, but the difference when I do it and you do it is I can recognize that I was doing it and then switch on the fly.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with changing your argument given new information. That's what intelligent people do.
Mm-hmm. Unless I do it, then there's something wrong with it.
All right, so it's unacceptable for us to wear hoodies and sunglasses in a bank, so why is this permissible? Why are we catering to a culture that makes it clear they hate us and refuse to assimilate to America's culture? I agree with you, bud.
Right.
Trumpville MAGA.
Nope. This guy's a jackass. Trump's a jackass. But even people who are jackasses have a point sometimes.
No. Why is this guy right? Or why is this guy a jackass?
I would guarantee you that if you read through some of his other tweets, it says something about building a wall and just other anti-Muslim shit. A lot of his views are probably based on he just doesn't like Muslims. But you can not like Muslims and still say something that's true that's against Muslims. It's okay. It doesn't necessarily disqualify everything you say just because you're against Muslims. It just makes you kind of a jackass.
Okay, so what, in reference to only that one tweet, which is what caught my eye, which is what we talked about.
Uh-huh.
I agree with him now.
Yeah.
I agree with Bud Trumpville MAGA.
Right. And that's where I don't, right there. Trumpville MAGA. That's where you lose me.
Well, no, he made a statement. I initially disagreed with his statement. I thought he was just being unaccepting.
Uh-huh.
I did some investigation on my own, not prompted by anything.
No, of course not. No.
And came to the realization that what my original stance was made out of ignorance.
Uh-huh.
And now this gentleman seems to be correct.
Uh-huh.
Why is it okay for them and not for me?
Right.
Because my culture, it's normal to wear a hoodie and sunglasses. That's normal.
So,
right?
Oh yeah, it is.
And I do it for sexual modesty. I do not want blunt mommy attacking me. So I've got to hide my identity.
You got to hide your eyes. Those sexy, sexy eyes.
They're all fucking dead inside. I'm such a miserable human being.
Oh, so that's another thing that we should talk about sometime. Maybe not today, but we should talk about American culture.
We have, and there isn't any.
See, people say that, but I don't think that's true.
Okay, so we can jump right to that.
Oh, okay.
Give me an example of what you would consider American culture. Because I mean, there obviously is.
Sure.
There's American culture, but just describing something that's white culture is a little different.
What do you mean?
All right, so give me something that's American culture.
I think that the current state of this applies to me. You wouldn't understand, but the current state of punk rock is purely American.
The current state of punk rock.
Yeah, that's purely American. They don't do it like that anywhere else, you know?
What? No, I don't.
Right,
so,
you don't.
You're right. I can't relate to that,
Right.
But that's not an American culture.
Okay. Let's try this. Give me an example of Mexican culture.
When they put their hat on the ground and dance around it playing the violin.
What? That's culture.
It's on every restaurant you go at. There's a fucking picture of 4 kids dancing around a hat. Don't tell me it's not part of their culture.
When people ask me questions like, what's American culture? Give me an example. You can't give, what's an example of any culture? What does that even mean? You can't just pick and say, this piece of paper right here, this is American culture or what. I mean, culture is not something that you can just, here's an example of culture. That's
Yes, you can. I just did it.
So you think that throwing a hat on the ground and dancing around it is a Mexican culture?
If the hat's got like a bowl, like where you could put salsa in it, yes.
and chips around the rim?
Yes.
Touche. Why?
That's all you got?
No, no, that's not all. All I've got is why is it that America is the only country that has to justify that we have a culture or that our culture is worthy of anything? Every other culture, they just are accepted as good and great, and their culture, they're so varied, their culture's so wonderful. But America, our culture is, we don't have one. It's shitty. We're oppressors and America's the worst in the world. Why is that?
I don't know that it is. Is it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, I'm going to ask this out of ignorance. Is democracy an example of American culture?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how to define our culture. I can't say that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to define any culture. I could tell you something about America? Is that culture? I have no idea. I can tell you something about Mexico. Is that culture? I have no idea.
Right, but so if you say what is part of, okay, what is something synonymous with black culture?
I'm not. No, listen. I'm not trying to stereotype when I say this, but the first thing I think when somebody says synonymous with black culture, I think barbershops. I think barbershops where they gather is a
yes.
synonymous to their culture.
Yeah, that is a very good example. Okay, if I'm not even trying to turn this into trying to corner you into being a racist. That's not the angle that I'm taking.
Yeah, you are, but that's okay.
No, I'm not. If I was, I'd tell you. I always tell you that I'm getting ready to trap you. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you: is there another example of black culture that comes to mind? For me, the first thing is like hip hop, like b-boy hip hop. Now I understand that it's shared. It's now multicultural.
Yeah.
But I do know that. Thank you to Carl for enlightening me. The 5 pillars of hip hop, all that bullshit. But it definitely started in the black community as part of black culture,
for sure. But yeah, I don't know off the. I mean, right? If I had sat down and thought about it, I'm sure I could think of something, but I can't. Right off the top of my head, no, I can't think of anything.
So then, wouldn't it be fair to say if somebody says, "Give me an example of American culture," for you to say, people hanging out in barbershops and rap music? Well, isn't that examples of American culture?
Sure.
Okay. So now, if I say, "Give me an example of white culture,"
mayonnaise and potato salad. I don't know.
You're right. My jokes really are missing that.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say that white culture. So an example of white culture would be sort of this along the same lines as a barbershop would be drinking in a bar.
Yeah, no, because there's if you go to black neighborhoods and you go to a bar, you're going to find black people dancing or black people. Not all black people dance. That's not what I'm trying to say. You're going to find a bunch of black people playing basketball.
So you don't think that the most working class people like to go to a bar and hang out with their friends and congregate at a bar together? That's
yes, I think that's a working class thing, not a white thing.
Okay. So, okay, I guess I got nothing then. I don't know. What are you thinking?
We've had this conversation before, and if you remember, the only thing I could come up with was square dancing.
Yeah. Okay. So So what are you getting at? I guess.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out what the fuck we started talking about.
Culture, American culture. Do you think? I'm not even talking about black, white, whatever. I'm talking about other cultures coming here that are so radically different than ours and trying to integrate themselves into our culture. Do you think it's possible? Do you think that Muslims can come here if they are extreme, like Sharia law Muslims can come here and integrate into American society?
All right. Do I think that they can? No, I don't.
Why? Okay, I guess that leads me to a question that I'm sure you can't answer. Why do you think they want to? I mean, why do you think they want to come here? Why would you want to come to a country that is so radically different than your culture and just
because they won't when people come here that are different, we may point at them at the bank and say, take that off or what all, but we won't cut your fucking head off out in the middle of the square. But that would be like a place that I would want to get away from.
But that's my point is that if you come to a place where they don't do that, and you bring with you all of the things that make that ideology happen, then that comes with it. If they could get away with it here in America, they would be stoning gays here.
Did you see that thing about the 2 hitchhikers that were beheaded?
No.
No, all right, forget it.
Is it the ones that they thought they were going to change the world?
I don't know. I this says a lot about me. I watched the video, but I don't know where they were from or where it took place.
Okay.
I didn't know. It could have happened in fucking Michigan for all I know.
Okay.
I ejaculated before they were done.
Every conversation, it makes me sound like I'm against anybody that's not like me, but that's not the case. I'm just trying to understand.
You are not allowed to defend your arguments because you're coming off as if you're worried what people think, and as soon as that happens, then the show's over.
Well,
with.
I mean, because I am worried what people think. Because
since when?
Geez, yeah, that's right. I don't know. Wait. You're not allowed to defend your arguments. Wait a minute.
You're fucking... God, you're off tonight. You're like 30 minutes behind.
I know, right? So, all right.
Saving.
All right. Wait. So what do you think? What do you think about this wall? Building the wall?
I think it's retarded.
Why?
All right. So, multiple reasons.
Okay.
All right. People still come in through tunnels.
Yep.
Airplanes.
Right.
The wall goes up to the water. Like, I mean, it's not like you're completely wrapping the border. You're just picking and choosing the worst places where people cross the border, and you're putting a wall up there, leaving the other areas exposed, which will now become the worst place where people cross the border.
Okay, so
the more I think of it, hold on, you asked me a fucking question.
I know. I'm sorry.
The more I think of it, I think that we should have like the same borders between Iowa and Illinois is how it should be between the U.S. and Mexico. That's what I think.
So a bridge? I don't.
Yes. No, I'm just tired of fucking hearing about it. If people from Mexico want to come here, then fucking let them come here. I don't care.
So that's a weird argument. So if there was a way that we could potentially seal the border completely, you would be good with it. But because we can't.
No. I'm saying, you asked me about the wall.
Yeah.
I think the wall is stupid. So the premise that the wall is going to secure our borders is a false premise.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. But that's not really what I was asking you. What do you think about walling off our borders? I guess not the wall or whatever. Just what do you think about completely walling off our borders?
I'm for it.
Because
why would I be against it? I'm for the security of my family. And the only way to gain that security is to put up an 8-foot fence.
An 8-foot fence. You don't live anywhere near Mexico, do you?
You wouldn't know it.
Huh. Imagine that.
I don't live anywhere near Africa either.
Awesome. So, did you know that they started this website? You probably did. They started this website for American citizens to fund the wall.
You talking about the GoFundMe thing?
Yeah. Well, there's a GoFundMe, and then there's I think GoFundMe shut it down. So they started a website where people can solicit donations, and I'm looking it up. Sorry. Just regular people. What is this? Fund the wall. Here it is. Border security is on its way. Jesus Christ. Crowdfunding the border wall. It's fundthewall.com.
God, our country is so fucked.
That's what I'm saying. 100. Oh my God. $195,440 of $450 million raised. These people are fucking morons. So that means that there is people that donated almost $200,000. And these people, I guarantee you, are the same people that would walk by a homeless person and kick dirt in their face that if they asked them for a fucking nickel. You know what I mean? What in the fuck is going on here?
I wish you could get a list of everybody that's donated to that.
Mm-hmm.
I would be because I think that GoFundMe was up in the millions.
Was it?
Yeah. So if
I'm pretty sure they shut it down. GoFundMe shut it down. Fundly.
Anyway, I don't care about that. I'm for it.
You for what?
Self-funding the wall.
Me too. This is so fucking stupid.
I think it's a good idea. I think we should all have our own walls. I would have a wall around my property if I could.
So all I wish is that we could have an honest conversation. Not me and you, because I don't care about that. But I wish that people, when they said build the wall, like instead of chanting build the wall, they need to just chant keep out the brown people. That's all this comes down to, right?
Yeah, because nobody's wanting to put it between us and Canada.
Right. So let's just be honest with what you think, man. Just say we don't want brown people in our white country. God, people are so fucking shitty.
All right, I'm done talking about that shit. We're not going to change anybody's mind, and I don't even know what the fuck you and I think about it, so it doesn't really matter.
That's the whole thing is that I'm trying to. I don't know what I think about it either, and just talking through the ideas helps me understand.
So that's fine. I'm okay with continuing to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, this is our show, and we can do whatever the fuck we want. And if it's just for us to pick an article and talk through it, so be it.
Yeah. But we need to talk through it while we make dick and fart jokes, though. People come here for the laughs, you know.
So, okay, two podcast-related things.
Okay.
You remember the guy? Remember Perry Johnson with stomach cancer?
Yeah.
So he took a dramatic turn for the worse. He's not doing too well, and I don't think that his wife is gonna leave his bedside to listen to our shit show. But if anybody out there knows them, just please pass along the message. You know, we're thinking of them. Move on before I say something.
Before you say something bad. God. And see, that's my problem here. Everybody always says that I'm the asshole, but I'm the one with restraint here.
Okay. You know what? Don't pass this message on. I've got to say because it's good.
All right. Is this going to lose us some listeners?
I think so.
All right, good.
All right. So is everybody that's going to get offended, did they tune out?
Yep.
Okay. So if there's anybody out there that knows Perry's wife, can you see if I can have his microphone?
You need an extra microphone, do you? You don't need it. I just don't want somebody else to have it. Damn it! See, you dragged me into this bullshit. God, son of a bitch.
Nah, it fucking sucks.
Nah, it's okay. People die every day, man. Don't worry about it.
All right, thanks. That makes me feel better.
What the fuck you want me to say? I don't know. It's not like we're talking about my kid Ashtray or anything.
and why do we call him Ashtray?
Because he's a burn victim.
You've never really spoken a whole lot. Why haven't you brought him up on the show?
I don't know. We only let him out of the closet once a week. It's not much to talk about.
No, seriously. Why don't you ever talk about him on the show? I mean, that is a great source of entertainment, having an autistic son that's a burn victim.
You're right. It is a great source of entertainment.
Fucking take his helmet off and let him run.
Like we'd get him a helmet. He's already burned. What does he need a helmet for?
He's got tough leather skin. He's got leather skin and retard stripes. He's like a superhero.
He can't see, so he does that whole. He tries to bounce his fucking sounds off the walls. It doesn't work. He runs right into them fucking walls. Sometimes we rearrange the furniture. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. DCFS is going to be at your house.
Good. It's about fucking time.
They show up at your door.
We're looking for Ashtray.
we're here to check up on Ashtray. It's like, hey, it's $5 admission to watch this shit.
Oh, fuck. We're an hour and 22 minutes in, so I don't think anybody's made it this far, so we're good. We can say whatever we want.
Well, we will find out.
Right.
Oh, the other thing that podcast related.
Oh.
So I got a message from Randall. He's one half of Married AF.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yep.
Oh, I just didn't know if that's how you wanted to end the show. That I got a message from Randall.
That's it.
So I think I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday, but he said, hey, are you available to record with us on Wednesday? Me, being the podcast whore that I am, instantly replied, yes, I am. And then I never heard from him again. It was like he just stood me up. Hey, are you available? Yeah. Well, we don't need you.
He's just making sure. Yep, he's available. What a loser. Why didn't he ask me? I'm available.
Well, he probably listened to you on Po' Boys.
Fuck you. You got no appreciation for good music. You are fucking whatever his name is.
You're right, I am. All right. What else we got? What else we got podcast related?
Podcast related?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing.
Are we gonna introduce a new segment where we promote other indie podcasts?
Why? I mean, yeah. Let's help out our indie brothers.
Our brethren.
If as soon as there's a good indie podcast, I'll promote it.
Now, what did you tell me about the Unbelievably Stupid podcast?
Fuck you. I'm not repeating that on the air.
What did you tell me?
I told you that I liked it. They what are they? 2, 3? I've listened to their test episode, and then one more episode after that. I haven't listened to the newest one, but I liked it. I thought it was good. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would never tell John that, but.
So why won't you? When I say let's promote, because ultimately you want other people to experience the same thing you experience. That's what we want people to do for us, right?
Don't tell me
people
what
enjoy
I want.
listening to us talk. We want them to share us with other people.
Yeah, but I want them to do that of their own accord because they really like it, and they're like, "Hey, I know just the guy that would like this," and then they pass it on to their friend who has a fucked up sense of humor, and and it spreads organically.
And that's the
like
same
a
thing that we're
virus.
doing. Hey, there's this show that I enjoy listening to. Maybe you guys aren't aware of it, so here, check it out, and maybe you'll like it.
Then I feel like a whore.
Why? Are you serious?
Yes, I don't like big. I mean, I don't know.
If it's a show you really like the stupid one,
Back it up a little bit. I didn't say really like. Okay, I said I like it. It's okay.
if it's a show that you're gonna fanboy over, like John's new show,
Right.
I can see you in a what is it, stupid podcast beanie with a propeller on it and a fucking hat with his face on it,
Right.
or a shirt with his face on it.
I can't imagine it'll last a whole lot longer, though. I mean, John kind of bills himself as offensive, and when you try to,
yeah, he is changing his tune though now that he's got a girl sitting next to him.
see, fuck, that's what I was worried about. I don't care that she's a girl. It's just that she's fucking social justice-y.
John, if you've made it this far in the show, I would like to set up a cross episode. Is that how you do it? A crossover episode?
Cross-dresser?
I would like to set it up where we're all on mic, but you and her engage in conversation.
Just John and her?
No, you.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you seem to have it out for this woman, and
No. I don't have it out for that woman. I have it out for that ideology, and she's been roped into it. I think
right.
she's. I just want
to hear the conversation between, because I'm on your side of it. I'm not trying to make you sound like a douche. I agree with you.
Okay.
And John must agree with her, but I'm interested to see how you interact with somebody who has a complete different view of the world than you do.
But you have a complete different view of the world than I do.
No, I don't.
Dude, you want to punch everybody that you walk by? Are you kidding? We just had this conversation.
Not true. Just people that cross my wall.
Yeah, so set it up, John. Didn't you say something to him and he said that she would never be into it?
I think that was a threesome.
Oh, I'd do that. I haven't even seen her. I'd do that.
We got time for one more story. We still got to do our Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say, and I did I should have ran this past you. You know what? I'll run it past you now. Hey, what do you think about last week's Patreon episode, putting it up for free as like a teaser for people to go in and see what we're putting out?
Our show is a teaser.
So you're not for it then?
I don't care.
Well, it's too late. I did it a week ago.
What a douche. Why? I mean, I don't care, but why?
Well, because if people wanted to go in and verify that, hey, maybe these dickheads are just putting static up. I don't care. I don't know. It was
no. I understand now, because that's something that we would do. In fact, I kind of want to do that now. I want to record 20 minutes of dead air and post it.
I was actually, I went and checked today, because you can check your, I guess you'd call it your stats in Patreon to see how many people listen to it.
Uh-huh.
I was actually surprised.
Why? There couldn't be more than how many subscribers we have, right?
I don't think anybody knows how many subscribers they have, but.
On Patreon?
No, I told you it was fucking free. So yes, a lot of people went and listened to it that aren't our normal Patreon subscribers.
I misunderstood what you said.
Fuck it. Forget it. Go to our Patreon. Go to whosrightpodcast.com.
Don't buy this stuff.
We have merch. I'm excited that we have a new sponsor.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what it is because it'll ruin the surprise. But we actually do have a new sponsor.
And I would. I don't want to say this, but I might promise to try this one out.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Are you going to try this out?
On Susie.
So this is a serious question.
Yeah.
Will you try this out?
I don't know. I gotta see the size of this thing first.
Yeah, fair enough. If it's the size of my thumb or your thumb, like if it's manageable for you, are you willing to try it out?
It's manageable. Hey, everything's manageable for me. Okay, I can manage. All right, manage my way around whatever. I don't know.
You just answer the question.
I told you. I don't know. Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe.
If it's the size of a Sharpie, would you try it out?
Oh, maybe.
Yep. Whatever.
What? Would you?
No. What am I, fucking homo?
Just whatever package it comes in, that's going in there too.
All right.
Fucking whole male lady's arm.
What do we want to? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Go in and eat some pizza. This cow one.
Oh, you want to do another story?
Yeah, sure.
We got to end this piece of shit eventually.
Says who? All right. So we can save that one for our Patreon if you want. I'm really curious about fuck Nazi sign.
All right. So, man accused of raping a cow claims it is the reincarnation of his dead wife. Pleasanton, Texas. A man of Indian origin, recently arrested for sexually molesting a cow on a Texan ranch, claims the animal is, in fact, the reincarnation of his deceased wife. Rajiv Chowdhury, I think he would pronounce that Brian. That's how I'll...
Brian Smith.
Was intercepted this week by Atascosa County Police after ranch owner Ted Bukowski. This is all bullshit.
This is all made up. Ted Bukowski, come on.
Called police after he found the half-naked man sexually assaulting one of his cows. Bukowski first believed his cattle were being harassed by coyotes until he discovered it was, in fact, a man that was the source of all the disturbance. He asked me not to shoot. He told me he wouldn't do it again if I didn't call the police. But if you call the police, I'm going to come back and do it again when I get out? Is that what that means?
Call the police. See what happens.
Hold on. He said that the cow was the reincarnation of his wife, and when I asked him what the hell he was talking about, he said the cow had the same eyes, smell, and taste than his deceased wife. He recalled, visibly amused. Here we go. Are you reading the article with me?
Yes.
Okay, do this in a Texas accent.
Oh boy. I don't know what those Hindus preach at church, but that sure sounds to me like the church of the devil.
I assume there'd be like a yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
All right, I've got to try to do this with a mouthful of food. Here, you start reading. I'll pick up when I get into it.
Professor of Religious Studies at the University of Houston, Janet Fitzgerald, believes Dave Smith's sexual assault upon the cow must be understood in the specific cultural and religious context of Hinduism. No, it doesn't. The man lost his wife last year and possibly was honest when he said he believed the animal was the reincarnation of his dead wife. In Hinduism, sex with animals is not an uncommon theme, and many of their deities share half-human, half-animal features. Certain religions, such as Islam, also allow sexual intercourse with animals under certain particular conditions. Every situation must be analyzed in its proper cultural and religious context. Bestiality is currently illegal in the state of Texas since 2017. What the fuck?
Since last year.
Since last year? He just barely missed.
That's the story.
Wow.
He could... Maybe he could have been grandfathered in or something.
And offenders face a maximum penalty of...
All right, hold on. I'm done talking about this story.
Did you see the woman beats Tinder date with a 16-inch dildo?
Nope. Save that one. We're going to this one.
Naked man arrested on crystal meth?
Mother forced her son to swallow his own sperm after he was caught masturbating to gay porn.
What the fuck? That can't be real.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, no.
All right.
That can't be real.
An Alabama woman has been accused of child neglect after deputies investigated the 911 call that her 14-year-old son made after he was forced to drink his own semen.
God.
911 operators received a distress call around 9 p.m. yesterday by the teenager who described his mother as having forced him to ingest his own sperm. Dolly Callahan, 44, allegedly became furious after she found her son masturbating to homosexual pornographic material. I don't even know that there's anything wrong with it. What do you do when you find your kid smoking? You make them smoke a whole pack of cigarettes.
Oh my God.
You want the gay? I'll give you the gay.
You're gonna smoke this whole pack. But if he's already gay and you're making him eat his own, I mean, that's so fucked.
She said that if I choose to be gay, I'd better get used to the taste of schlong juice.
No. No.
Dolly Callahan was highly intoxicated after inhaling butane gas and lying on the floor when police arrived, according to the affidavit.
Hold on, stop. Did you look at her picture?
I did.
That picture needs to go on our website.
All right. She looks like the female version of the guy from Goonies.
Yes, Sloth. So we could mix these two stories if we put her picture underneath the story about the guy fucking the cow. That's kind of funny. Holy shit. Does it really say schlong juice?
Yes.
I'm not
funny enough to make that up.
She ordered me to come into my hand and then lick every drop of it. What in the fuck?
I can understand getting the having the thoughts of doing that, but typically you just back out right before. It's like, I'm not going to eat that.
I'm not going to eat that.
That's
I'm not going to eat that schlong juice. Can you imagine if you're 14 and your mom just said the word schlong juice? She just said it. Just like, hey, schlong juice. That's fucking funny. Whatever website this is our new go-to.
Don't share it. This is top secret shit.
Oh, so this is all fake. God,
is it?
I don't know. The yoga teacher hospitalized after performing blowjob on himself.
Sounds legit.
Man contracts flesh-eating disease after eating boyfriend's anus while he had diarrhea. God,
it's plausible.
Damn it. We got fucking hosed.
What makes you think that it's not real? There's a picture of a cop there.
Touche.
Well, just think about that for a minute. Think about what you've done.
Think about what you've done. Assumes all responsibility for the satirical nature of its articles and for the fictional nature of their content. Son of a motherfucker. Our whole podcast is ruined. We're like the go-to source for people's news, and now we're literally reporting fake news. God damn it. Motherfucker. Fuck.
Damn it.
God damn it. Well, forget about that cow story. But everything else we said is true. God damn sons of bitches. Fucking Clinton.
Now we need the fucking wall.
Yeah, fucking. God damn it.
Yeah, and take back that part where I said that it's normal to come in your own hand and contemplate eating it too.
Nope, that part's staying.
It's all fake.
It's all fake.
Hold on. I know how we can make this right.
All right.
Who's Right podcast assumes all responsibility for the satirical nature of its articles and for the fictional nature of their content. All characters appearing in the articles on this podcast, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional, and any resemblance between them and any person, living or dead or undead, is purely a miracle.
Purely a miracle?
Who's Right podcast, copyright 2018, strict permission from the NFL.
Written permission from the NFL.
Whatever.
We need
that
to
clears it up.
We need to get a fact checker on this show.
All right. Well. All right. What are we going to do for the podcast? You got that
Patreon, you mean?
You know what I fucking mean. I don't care.
I want to know about this fuck Nazi sign.
All right. We'll talk about Nazis and liberal college, and this is going to piss you off.
All right. Perfect.
I put this on here just because you're going to interrupt me before I get done with it.
Perfect. Let's say our goodbyes. And
goodbye.
Bye.